the exception does not negate the rule. Okay, the rule is the government should be just and punish crime, just like God should punish sin. But just because there could be an innocent person in that, like we have innocent people put in jail all the time, should we now eradicate jail? What's up, guys? Welcome to Let It Be Heard, where we are doers of the word, not hearers only. I'm your host, Jaden Heard, and today we're going to be talking about Florida's new death penalty bill that came out just this past week. Check it out.
Hi. So there have been some interesting bills coming out of Florida this week, such as the multiple proposals that would allow the death penalty for anyone who sexually batters a child under the age of 12, which was approved unanimously.
Nice.
Or the vote to allow the death penalty on a split jury. Out of the 27 states that allow the death penalty, Florida is now one of 4 that allows it based on a split jury. Now, you might be thinking, people who harm children deserve the worst penalties in the world, and sure. But I want us to think about how we keep having these scares focused around minorities about how we are going to harm the children, we are going to be predators, we are going to be, etc. Giving the government the right to murder just means they have to redefine who deserves murder before you are on that list, before we are on that list.
Bro, wait, what does minorities have to, what is she, here, sorry, what is, Micah, is that a he or she?
I think it's a he.
Oh my gosh, bro, I can't, it sucks because, like, you want to be truthful, but I truthfully have no idea who that is. Like, I can't tell. There's this new video game that came out called Cyberpunk 2077 where you can create your character, and your character's name is V, and you can kind of make him or her whatever you want. Like, you can make him gold, like gold skin, or like purple. Like, it's weird, right? It's kind of like Skyrim for you guys to play that game. And so, but you can't tell what gender people are on that game. And I feel like we're in the middle of Cyberpunk 2077 right now. I can't tell. I don't know if that was a woman that transitioned to a man, or a man who still has his beard who's just wearing makeup. I mean, y'all, this is sad, but regardless, that's crazy. What do minorities have to do with this? I don't understand what I'm just gonna call him a he. I don't understand what Homeboy was saying. Like, that was just weird. Like, wow. He said, he made the argument that minorities now have to fear being killed. Are you implying that minorities are the ones who are raping children under the age of 12? Because that's not what I'm implying. What I think is the issue in this country is not minorities. I think it's weirdo pedophiles indoctrinating our children with gay sex, and or actually raping them. Very, very odd argument there. Another thing, this is a good thing. He does agree that they do deserve the worst punishment. I'm glad we agree on that. Some of these videos we've seen, some of these people do not really care too much what pedophiles are doing. Apparently, we were just reacted to an article last week on the show that had Democrats basically wanting to not punish sex offenders as harshly as we have and take away those restrictions. So, I mean, look, it's a weird thing. We have people on TikTok saying that we should not call pedophiles pedophiles, but we should call them minor attracted persons. I mean, this is weird stuff, right? I mean, it's real. Like, people are just more acceptable to it. They're more open to it. And it's odd. It's very odd. But I'm glad he was at least able to admit that, yes, pedophilia is wrong and they should be punished at the highest regard. The issue is, though, he had an issue with the government, making that decision, which I've heard this argument mainly from cringe libertarians who whenever the government is in is in any kind of sentence, they go, no government, no government. It's like, bro, you're a libertarian, not an anarchist, okay? Obviously, there should be some form of government. Even in libertarianism, there is such a government, as in the fact that the people still make a decision. So you do believe in government. It's just a matter of which government you believe in. And even anarchists believe in government. They claim no government, but they believe in some sort of government. So, but that's like a whole nother video. but he has a huge issue with the government making this decision, and then he kind of uses he accuses the government of using scare tactics to get us to like be okay with it. But he used a scare tactic, the same tactic, by the way, at the very end of the video. He said they're going to come after you. They're going to come after us. You see that? You see what he did there? So he basically moved the focus off of him to the government, and then he used the same tactics to scare you into believing what he says, which obviously is not going to work for us. Come on, y'all, we know this. And if you're a Christian watching this video, well, Romans 13 says that the government has the authority to carry out these things, that they do not bear the sword in vain. But at the same time, the government has a certain responsibility, right? They need to make sure that they're just. So if they are putting these people to death, then they're going to have to answer to somebody. They're going to have to answer to God for this. And if they're not, and if they put an innocent person to death, well, that's on them. That's blood on their hands, right? So the death penalty is biblical. The death penalty is moral. It's just a matter of, who is being put to death, obviously, and for what crimes, right? Yes, rapists should be killed. Absolutely. 100%. Pedophiles, I don't have an issue with this. I fully believe this. Some of y'all may be surprised by that, but I fully believe that. And it's not really much of an argument that I really feel like needs to be had. I feel like that is anyone who attacks children, you are the worst person in this society. As a matter of fact, the Bible says that if you harm any of these little ones, that it'd be better for a millstone to be tied around your neck and cast into the sea than you could hurt one of these little ones. So even Jesus agrees he'd rather you drown. Okay, he'd rather you drown in the middle of the sea than for you to be a pedo. So again, what I'm saying is at least biblical at the very least. Obviously, I don't think that he believes in that. So let's just kind of go from his point of view. I wonder if he believes that the people who, target gay people in the Middle East should be put to death, right? We're seeing the attacks between Israel and Hamas right now. But in light of that, I wonder how he feels about his people being thrown off buildings and set on fire because of what they believe. And obviously a Christian, we as Christians, we don't persecute people for what they believe. That's not what we do. That's not biblical. Obviously the church has a history of doing it, but I condemn that. That's wrong, and that's a sin. We should never have done that. And I don't call those men Christian at all who did that, who were persecuting people. Next thing, too, he mentioned, how when he uses scare tactics, they're going to come for you and come for us. When are they not coming for us? When are they not coming for you? We totally understand that. I mean, we're seeing that play out with our free speech rights and our Second Amendment rights. Obviously, we've talked about this in other videos of how conservatives are being taken off of social media. Speaking of which, aren't you guys tired of these big corporations and these big tech companies not only taking you off of social media, but also stealing your data simultaneously? Have you guys ever wondered how these people make all their money? Well, by tracking your searches, your video history, and everything you click on. And that's why we here at RSBN highly recommend ExpressVPN. What these guys do when they build a huge profile on you off of your history, off of your searches, and everything you click on, they sell off all of that history and they build this profile on you to rich people. Now, when you use the ExpressVPN app on your phone or your computer or your laptop or tablet, you anonymize much of your online presence by hiding your IP address. And this makes your activity much more difficult to trace and sell to advertisers. What's more, ExpressVPN encrypts 100% of your network data to protect you from eavesdroppers and cyber criminals. Now, what I like most about it is how easy it is to use. It takes just one click to protect all of your devices, which is why ExpressVPN is rated #1 by Tech Radar. So let's stop allowing these big tech companies to censor us and rob us of our data, and let's rob them of their right to our data by going to expressvpn.com/RSBN. Again, that is expressvpn.com/RSBN. If you click on that link, you'll get 3 months free of an annual subscription. Again, that is expressvpn.com/RSBN. Click on that link, 3 months free of an annual subscription. But I do agree, the government's going to come for us. They always do. That's a W take. I understand where he's coming from on that. However, the rule, the exception does not negate the rule. Okay, the rule is the government should be just and punish crime, just like God should punish sin. But just because there could be an innocent person in that, we have innocent people put in jail all the time, should we now eradicate jail? Okay, there's innocent people all the time that are put in jail, but that doesn't negate the rule. Okay, we should punish crime there's justice that needs to be served, right? And yes, there's gonna be people that slip into the cracks, and that is sad. But again, that's just the reality of life. Life just isn't fair, and I don't believe that innocent people should be put to death. Obviously, I'm just saying that like just because one or two may slip in the crack does not mean we should change the rule. That's the exception, right? We don't look at the exception as the rule. We look at the rule as that is over the exception. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, and I hope that makes sense to him. Or she, whatever. I really don't know. Sorry, y'all. But comment down below. What do you guys think about the death penalty? Like overall, I love the Florida bill in Florida. I think Ron DeSantis made a good decision. Whoever made that decision, I don't really know. But in a unanimously pass, that's great. Honestly, I don't think it should be below 12. I think it should be, if you rape someone, then that's your punishment. Because think about the trauma that's behind that. Think about what you have to have in your mind to do that to someone, right? Someone like that should not be in society. And if they are going to be in society, they need to seek really, really big help, and they need the gospel. They really need Jesus. But anyway, comment what you guys think about the death penalty. And I'm curious what you guys have to say, because as far as I know, I don't think it's that big of a concern in the conservative movement. I think most people support it, but I'm not quite sure. So let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your week. God bless. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and X, and go ahead and hit that follow button and that join button. If you hit that join button, it'll take you over to our locals channel where you can further support the show and get access to additional content. God bless.